Sorry friends, somehow I don't know how that video got disconnected. So this will be put into two part. Okay, I'm sorry for that. So what is the India? So continuing from the India is doing what they is doing is to make India self-reliant. Okay, so other intervention for SMEs are coming. There's a lot of under COVID, pro COVID, pre-COVID, pro COVID, after COVID. All those things. So there's like 25,000 crore for the support for business and workers for 3 months. So they're giving for all this to support this COVID period. They're giving 25,000 crore to the businesses as well. Okay, so for the so there's a lot of relief is going to the contractor as well, extension of up to 6 months. Okay, so all the contractors to cover the construction, they're giving extension for all the contractor working for the time period, so they can get another time period without paying any fine. So that's also even the extension of registration and completion of date of real estate project under RERA. So okay, they're also giving that, okay, you, because we understand the COVID-19 crisis, so you will get an extension to hand over your property and all the stuff to registration and all those things. So 50,000 crores liquidity through TDS and TCS rate reduction also is on the table. So there's a lot of financial details. I have posted this self this this PowerPoint on my LinkedIn profile as well. You can go and have a look. I'm gonna also put on my Facebook page, and I'm trying to upload on the YouTube as well. But the question here, what I want to say is that India, this is very good moves because India has to make self-reliant, and self-reliant India or self-reliant any country, that each country have to be self-dependent, because once your manufacturing dies, once your service industry dies, there is nothing else you can do, because to revive the economy. Okay, that's what the problem in Australia at the current phase is, that we don't have innovations, we don't have manufacturing, we don't have service industry. Okay, we don't do any IT support or tech support and or anything. China, what is doing? China is moving from manufacturing to service industry as well, because they know that now the service industry they need to capture the market of service industry as well. So the service industry is also important. In Australia, the problem is that we don't have anything. We don't have manufacturing. We don't have any IT. We don't have innovations. We don't have infrastructure. We haven't built anything after Sydney Opera House. And today also, with the construction of the whatever the roads and everything is going, is just a touch up. Okay, and it finishes within 25 kilometer of the city, like 50 kilometers, 60 kilometers, that's it. After that, there's nothing, no infrastructure. Our regional area is not equipped, and not only not been promoted and not been developed and everything. So and the city is getting congested and everything, and all the investment is coming in only in the real estate. Why they are coming in the real estate? Because of the negative gearing, and real estate is only the asset that cannot be depreciated, that don't go down. In some circumstances that go out of like these circumstances, but most of the people believe that real estate is the best investment, and that's why so many Chinese investment is best is investing in the real estate. If you see the Great Eastern Highway in Belmont, you see how many petrol station, how many hotels has been built. It's a it's just remarkable, because they're just building all those hotels and everything, because they're not investing in the jobs, they're not investing in creating the jobs. What they are investing is in the real estate. They are building big hotels, because there's no tourist here now. That it will gonna raise the competition, it will destroy the, because demand and supply is getting happen. And here economics are not listening, they're just thinking, oh, there's a construction project going on, the investment is going. No, it's not. The demand and supply has to be maintained. If it's oversupply, the demand will never go, so they all will be struggle, because the property investors are focusing on negative gearing. They want to punch their losses here in Australia and recover, get the money from the government, because the government has a culture of handing over the money. They're saying, oh, we are doing tough, we are doing tough, we are doing tough, and the government is handing money. So what the Australian government has to decide, either they can follow the traditional policies are not working. China has already started putting tariff on us, 80% tariff on barley. They stopped buying our meats product. They stopped buying in the wine and everything. And we don't manufacture anything. So manufacturing has to be done. We have to be self-dependent. What I've learned from Modi's, the tagline that I can drive from Mr. Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Modi's speech, from Indian Prime Minister Modi's speech, is that local. He is urging 1.2 billion, 1.3 billion people to buy local product. Okay, and he has such an influence in India that people will follow. And then he's saying 1.3 billion to be vocal, means that means they want to 1.3 billion to do marketing of their local product. So they wants to promote and they wants to let them talk to other people about the local product. So be vocal, and then his target is go global. So he wants to be local, vocal, and global. That is the more mantras that he is giving it. In Australia, the leadership is failing. We need diversity in the leadership. If anybody criticize the government like me, if we criticize the government, they target you as like enemy. Okay, they want to destroy you. But we are not destroying anybody. We are not questioning anybody's authority. We want Australia to be my only aim. This is my Karam Bhumi. Okay, this is my land of hard work. So we want Australia to become more progressive. So I have already, from my end, I have already started pushing Indian manufacturer to come to Australia, and and to link with Australian and make a better relationship. But I don't want to go to the Indian organizations or all those Indian society or Indian community or Indian. They all have too much vested interest. They just need their own interest. They want to be in front of the camera. They want to be in the media. They want to be the publicity, but they don't want to help. My job is not that. My job is to bring Indian manufacturing. I've already started talking to. I got few people also on my table with me on the table. We are talking to Indian people on a weekly basis. We are investing a lot of. I'm investing a lot of time and money on business intelligence gathering in India and here as well. Today I also had a discussion with one of the people regarding what we can do on this project. And if anyone interested in doing business in Australia, between Australia and India, please feel free to come to me, and I will do my best, and I will connect to the right people and we want to grow together. We want win-win situation for both India and Australia, and will contribute as much as I can from my end. And all the best, good night, and wait for my next video. Thanks.